Aidan Kendall and Mark Payton, featuring amazing stories from every neighborhood with Rance Adams. This is River City Live.
We are still dealing with a lot of transition in our world as we are some going back to work, going back to school, different work situations. So I'm here with Laura Day. She is an author of 6 books focused on intuitive thinking, a lot of it more business focused. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So for people that, automatically when you hear intuitive, you're like, oh, are they psychic or, are they feeling things? So explain exactly what you're about.
An intuitive is a nice name for a psychic. In the early 80s, there was a lot of research on the extended capacities of the human mind. And I was a test subject. So I came to intuition through science. And there's actually a lot of very convincing research on the fact that every human mind can predict the future, can experience people even at a distance, non-locally. And really the question now is, how can we use those to create successful lives, companies, and communities? And how do they work against us? How do they destabilize us, especially in times of crisis?
Well, let's touch on that, because a lot of times when it comes to crisis or situations, you feel like this anxiety. And you have stated that anxiety is not intuition. Please explain.
Okay. Well, a lot of people misuse intuition. They tag their feelings intuitive senses, and feelings are not fact. I didn't make that one up, one of my favorite expressions. Intuition really is a survival skill that all animals have. And intuition doesn't tell us that in 5 years our lover is going to leave us, or we're going to go broke, or we're going to die in a fiery crash. Intuition, although it can predict, really focuses on what is actionable in your life now. So, for example, intuition may say, I've awakened. One of the things I'm most known for is awakening one morning. I never check my stocks. Call your broker, get rid of them. I called my broker, got rid of them, got a lot of flack. This is in 2008. Market crashed 2 or 3 weeks later. So your intuition tells you things you can do things about, because if you're going to die in a fiery crash and you can't do something about it, that's anxiety, because intuition, your subconscious would repress that. So if it doesn't have a healthy ending, maybe not always a happy one, but a healthy one, then it's not intuition. So
when it comes to intuition, a lot more of us have problems trusting and following through with it. Do you have any tips for anyone who might, God, I have this feeling, or this intuitive thought, but I have self-doubt when it comes to following through with it?
Don't trust. Trust is for church. Trust in God. But in terms of intuition, document it. So take it out of your messy head. What is this telling me to do? How can I most effectively do it? And then decide whether or not it's something that you feel like doing. I will have an intuition that someone's going to drop by for dinner tonight, but I don't feel like cooking more. So what? I order out. But if I have an intuition that a friend desperately needs me, what does it cost me to pick up the phone for 2 seconds? What happens when you take it out of your head, you don't try to trust it, and you verify it. So you make it evidence-based by checking it out, doing something about it. What you find is that you begin to really know where your intuition is rock solid and giving you good advice, and where intuition's making you chase your tail. I'd love to give 2 suggestions for your listeners.
Oh, okay.
Write down your goals and write down your questions. And then first thing in the morning, forget about dreams. Dreams are messy. First thing in the morning, notice where your attention is going, where your desires are going, what you're thinking of, and just jot it down in something near your bed. Not something long and complicated. Make this easy. Just jot it down. what you'll find is over the course of a few days, you'll be giving yourself a plan of action. But a plan of action starts with knowing your goals and questions, because you're getting intuitive information all the time, but it just gets dumped in the rest of the mess, which we all have in our heads. Take it out of the mess by putting your goals and questions, not a laundry list of 400, 3 and 3 on a piece of paper. And you'll notice that if you write down what you're sensing kind of out of left field, that you are far more insightful and powerful than you knew.
I will definitely start taking steps to follow that. All right.
Hi guys, my name is Marissa.